If you are a designer and you don't have a portfolio yet, this video is for you. Today, I'm going to show you what Behance is and how you can use it to create a professional design portfolio. Behance is an online platform created by Adobe made for creatives to showcase their work in the form of projects. It is one of the most popular places designers use to build their portfolio, especially if you don't have a personal website yet. Instead of just posting pictures, Behance allows you to tell a story with your project. So it allows you to arrange your design in a particular order and then tell a story from the brief to the process to the final design. You can arrange everything in Behance. Now, why should you use Behance? The reason why I recommend Behance is because, first of all, it's free and it's trusted by businesses and recruiters. Clients actually search on Behance when they are looking for designers, and that means your work can get discovered even when you are sleeping. To get started, you would have to create an Adobe account with your email. And once you are done creating your account, the first thing you are going to do is set up your profile. Now, in setting up your profile, I would recommend that you use a very clear picture of yours to, create the profile, a very professional picture of yours to create your profile. And in your bio, you can write a very short message describing what you do and what you can do for any potential client looking at your profile. Include your location and also the skills that you possess so that the client knows already what you can do for them before even reaching out to you. After creating your profile, now I'm going to guide you through how to upload your first project on Behance. And without further ado, let's get into it. First of all, when you open Behance, this is what you would see. This is what you will see. So I'm just showing you my Behance profile, and this is my Behance page that you can go and check out. First of all, you need a very good picture of yours so you can use it as your profile. That way it is recognizable, it is professional, and also you can add your full name over here. You add your the skills and then the location over there. And over here you can see some things here. So these are the projects I've uploaded to Behance. So anybody that is looking for my work can just go in here, just scroll through past works I've done, and they will be able to see all the projects I've done. So for example, this is a social media branding project. So I gave this project background, and then I just uploaded everything here and then arrange them very neatly so that anybody that is looking through this will not get confused or it wouldn't startle them or anything. So it looks very clean. You can go through, just see the work I've done over the past years. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how you can create exactly something. You would have to create an account, and I've created an account and I've signed in already. That's why you are able to see all this. So make sure you are signed in and make sure you are you've set up everything over here. So the first thing we are going to do is come up here and then we'll click on share your work. Now when you even move your mouse pointer to share your work, you'll see that this pop-up will come out. So you just click on project, and this is where we are going to build out our project. So we have these things here that we can add into our project. So you can add images, you can add text, you can add a photo grid, you can add a video or an audio a video footage or an audio file to your project, and you can even embed your project from another software. So if you're using Figma, you can embed your profile. You can embed that project in this right here. So you can use this thing right here. I've not really used these three, but I've used these things right here, and I think they are just essential for anybody that is building out a project on Behance. So that is what we are going to focus on in this video. So now, if you are building a project, you are going to want to start with a few words describing the project, and if somebody opens that project, it's just going to provide them with an explanation of what they are getting into before viewing the project. So first of all, I'm going to click on text right here, and you can actually just give your text a title. So I'm just going to say maybe social media design design projects for, and you can write your brand here, and this is going to be the title of our project. Now I can select all and just change the size of my font from 20 to maybe 22. Just make it bold, so you can do all these things right here. So you can even center it right here. So that is kind of like a title for our project. And we can come back here and add another text, and here it can be, or you can even edit. You can bring down your mouse pointer, your cursor right here, and just paste just write a few things about your project. So I'm just going to say write a few few lines describing the project, just something like that. So you can write a full statements or anything you can write about the project that you are coming to present, and that can come right here. So once you do that, you can select that part, maybe reduce the font to like 16, maybe embolden it, and it's just going to fall in line right here. It's going to look very nice. Now after creating your text and creating a title and a body for your project, the next thing we can do is add an image. So once you click on image right here, so when you click on image right here, this thing pops up, and then you can upload any image that you want. Now I have a project here that I'm going to use as a demonstration. It's a project that I'm still working on, and I might upload that to Behance when it's done, but I'm just going to use it as an example in this video to show you how you can also build out your project in Behance. First of all, I'm going to click on image, and then I'll navigate to the folder where I can find my designs. In this case, I have this design right here, so I'm just going to click on open. Now when you are building out your project, make sure the width of the design is around 1920. The height can be any size. Behance actually just allows you to design to any height, so make sure the width is actually the most important. So make sure it's about 1920, and then the height can be any size, can be how long. You can still upload your projects on Behance. So I'm just going to bring this right here, and then maybe I can move this thing up here so that when you open it, you see welcome to Novka Studio. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this edit right here, and then I can reorder my project. So when you click on reorder content or reorder project, you are going to see this right here. Now you can bring your mouse pointer here, and then you can just click and drag this to the top. And once you do that and click on save on new order, you are going to see this actually moved up and then brought our text right here. So it brought our text below that design. It's going to look very nice when somebody opens the project. So when you open the project, you see welcome to Novka Studio, and here you can actually just read through what we have. So I'm just going to copy this and then just paste it a few times, so I have like a paragraph going on here. So that is the first thing. And now we can move to the next thing that we can upload. So the next thing we can upload is come to our image, and then I'm just going to come out here, and then what I'm going to do is now I can upload the first one here. So I can upload this first image right here, and once that is done, you can see our project is already coming together. So you can see after adding in our image, this is what we have. So just like that, we are building out the project. Now I'm going to come to photo grid, and I'm going to click on photo grid. Now once you click on photo grid just allows you to arrange your images in a grid. So you can arrange them 2 by 2 images side by side, 3 images side by side, or even 4 images side by side. So I'm going to click on image right here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on 2 images. I'm going to click on this right here, and then I'm going to select this right here, then I click OK. So you can see it is creating my grid just like this. So it has created a grid for me, and in this grid I can also add more images to the grid. So I can just click on this edit right here. I can edit grid, and then I can just click on this. I can add photos right here. So once I click on that, I can actually just add another photo. Maybe I'll add this right here, then maybe I'll add another one. So once you do that, it's just going to load up and then put that 2 images that you just uploaded into that grid again. And you can take it from A to Z, from Z to A. You can take it however you want it. You can move this to the other side, and you can move this right here, or you can move this right here. So you can rearrange it to be like 3 at the top and then 1 image at the bottom, just like I've done here. And then once you are done, you can click on done, and this is what you are going to have. And you can actually preview what the project will look like when you are done building it out. So to do that, I'm just going to click on view preview, and now anybody that opens your project, this is what they are going to see. So they are going to start by seeing the welcome that you did, the text, they read about the project, and how you planned it out. And they can start with this. Now they see this right here, the arrangement you made. You can see this right here, and you can continue to build out the project just like this. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a few more pictures. So I'm going to come to the grid again, and then I'm just going to add more pictures to our project. So I'm just going to click on this right here, click on this. Maybe 2 images will make the grid, and we can have this right here. So once it's done, you have something like this. And then I'm just going to continue to upload some more images. So I'm going to click on image. I'm going to click on this right here, and it is going to load up and paste that image in my project. Another thing you need to know is that you can always rearrange the content that you are bringing in. So if I click on any of these edit buttons right here, so if I click on this, I can click on reorder projects, and this is going to bring up what I've been doing. So I can drag this to the top, I can bring this down right here, I can bring my text up there, but I don't want it up there. I'll just leave it here, and I can drag this top. I can drag this to the top right here. Maybe after the logo, we have this thing right here, this graphic right here. Then I can click on save new order, and it's going to just rearrange the project for me, just like what I've done right here. Actually, I'm going to click on this, and then I'll edit grid, maybe get rid of this, and then I'll add a new file. So I'm just going to add something like this. Maybe I'll add this picture right here. So once it's done, I'm going to click on done. So the next thing I can do is I can click on the text right here, and then I'll create another segment in my project. So I can actually arrange my project in any order that I want. So here, the next images that I'm going to upload might be for the office branding stuff that I did on this project. So I'm just going to say office branding, and then I'll come down, maybe just say a few things I considered. So I can say a few things I considered when I was designing for the office. So I can just type out a few things right here. So if you are a designer and you are creating a project, this is how you should go about it. You can always select the text, reduce the size of that text right here, maybe increase the size of the heading, and just bring the overall thing, center it right here. Take this, then increase the size of the title to maybe 20, and You can also click on preview again to see what you've done so far. And so far, this is what we've done right here. Now you can see the project is coming together bit by bit. Now we can start now adding our images below this right here, below this text. So we are going to come back to our photo grid again, click on photo grid, click on image and add the images that we want. So I can go in here, then I'll just start bringing in my images that I created. So I'm just going to click on this. These are some of the office branding that we did. So I'll click on that and I'll come to image again, and then I'll upload this picture right here. So it's going to come below our photo grid right here. So we are going to have something like this. Again, you can click on view a preview and you can preview what you've done, and this is just going to give you an idea of how your project looks like when you are in the process of creating it, or maybe when you are done. Anybody that is going to look at the project, this is what they are going to see. You can arrange your project however way you want them, and that is why Behance is very good for designers to tell their own story with their projects and just express themselves in creating the project. Now when you are done creating or arranging your images like this, what you can now do is, if you are still working on the project, you can save as a draft, or you can click on continue. So in this case, I'm going to click on continue. And now when you look at this right here, this is what we call the thumbnail. And the thumbnail is just like YouTube. When you're watching a video on YouTube, you look at the thumbnail. If the thumbnail is interesting, you click on the video. I think I've done that, and you that is watching, you've done that before. So that is similar to this thumbnail in Behance. So you have to make sure that you have a good thumbnail. And usually I design my thumbnails in Photoshop and I just upload them here. So to upload your thumbnail, this is how you do them. You click on edit cover image, and now you can choose from any of these images that you just uploaded. So you can choose this right here, or you can click on the plus. When you click on the plus, it gives you an opportunity to upload your own custom thumbnail. In this case, I'm just going to choose this shit right here. I think it looks good, or maybe I'll choose this one right here. Yep, so maybe I'll do this right here. Maybe zoom in just like this, and then bring it down right here. Then I'm going to click on crop. So now once I'm done with it, you can see it has been updated to this right here. So this is what people are going to see when they are scrolling on Behance. This is what they are going to see before they click on my project. We need to title our project, and to title it, we just type Northcast Branding 2025, something like this. So this can be a title. It just depends on the project that you are working on. Now, adding text is very important when it comes to uploading your project on Behance, because when somebody types in, whatever they are looking for, so they might be looking for a branding project, they might be looking for social media designs, they will just type in their social media design, and then it will bring up projects that involves those tags, or that includes those tags. So what you can do is just add a few tags, and here they are telling us you can add up to 10 keywords to help people discover your project. So I'm just going to start by typing branding. I'll see branding here, then I'll click on it. I think Behance will suggest some things here, so I'll click on brand identity, I'll click on logo design, I'll click on visual identity, design, advertising. So I'm just going to click on things that you can find in my design, or things that relates to what I'm uploading right here. So I'm just going to click on social media, click on poster, and maybe I'll stop around here. And then you are now going to put your project in a category. And to do that, you can just click on the category. You can put it in any of these categories. So when you're doing video, you put it in the video category. When you're doing social media category. If you are doing illustration, you put it under the illustration category. This just helps people discover your project. In my case, I'm going to put the project under branding because it's a branding project. So when you come up here, you can click on branding, and you can add another category again. So under the branding, after doing branding, I can click on logo design. After clicking on branding, I can click on logo design because obviously we did a logo design in that project. I can click on, photography. We had some pictures in there, so I can click on that too. And I'll click on done. And here I can type in the software or tools that I use to create this project. So I'll type in Photoshop. So I'll type in Adobe Photoshop. And I'll type in Illustrator. I'll type in Adobe Illustrator. Then I'll type in Figma. I'll type in Figma. Any other tool that you use to create your project, you can type it in right here. And now you click on the visibility. So if you want people to, if you want it private, if you want link only, so that when you only send a link to people for them to, be able to access the project, you can do that. But in this case, since we are posting it out there for people to find and discover us, we'll just leave it as everyone right here. And you can come down to additional details. You describe your project. So I'm just going to say Northcast description. So you can write, there's a description about your project and describe everything that you did on the project right here. And now you can also, give it a copyright license or rights reserved. So that means the project actually belongs to you. You are the creator of the project. You can disable comments. We are not going to do that. If you've worked on the project with other people, you can add their things right here. So if it's like an individual or owners of that project, you can type in their Behance name. It will appear. So when you post the project, it's going to appear on your profile, and it's also going to appear on their profile. And you can just look through here, maybe the companies that you did the work for, you add their name over here, the credit, who anybody that you use their assets or their work in your project, you can also give them credit in this section right here. And now that you are done filling all this, the next thing and the final thing you are going to do is click on publish. And once you do that, your project is now going to be published out there for everybody to be able to discover you. And this is how you upload a full Behance project. You can share the link here, share your project to people, and yeah. So once you go to your profile right here, you can actually notice that the project is going to appear on your profile, and you can click on this. You can click on your profile, and you can just scroll through to see what you've done right here. And this is how you create a Behance project. Once again, if you find anything that you want to change, and if you find anything that you want to change in the project, don't be scared. Don't say because the project is published there is nothing that you can do. You can just come in here, click on edit. So it will take you back to the building the project page, and then you can make any edits that you want right here. And now I noticed that there are these gaps in here that I want to fill. For example, this gap right here, I don't want it to be like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come and click on styles. And when I click on styles, we have something we call content spacing, and this just this gives you the spacing between each content. This gives you the spacing between each content. So I'm just going to drag that back here to maybe about 3 pixels. I'll leave it right here, and then I'll click on save. And you notice that it brings in some kind of it closes the gaps in between your project. I think this might be too much though, so I can just click on styles and then maybe just make it like this. It depends on how you want to space out your project, and you can also change the project background, so from white to maybe black. If you want your project background to be black or any color, you can change it. As I'm changing the colors, you can see the colors are changing down here, and that is how you can do that. In this case, I'm just going to leave it white, so I'll click on cancel and we would have something like this. And once you are done making all these changes, you can also add more pictures to your project. So maybe I forgot to add something, I can just click on this right here. It is going to add it up into my project, and once I'm done doing that, I'm just going to click on update the project. So this is going to update the project in my profile, so that when I go back to my profile here, and then click on this, you are going to notice that if I scroll down to the bottom, this has been updated. So you can keep updating your portfolio on Behance, just like what I've done here. And ladies and gentlemen, this is how you upload a project on Behance. So yeah guys, if you are serious about design or whatever work you do and you want to start building your portfolio, Behance is the best place you can start with if you don't have a personal website yet. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like and share with your other designer colleagues, and let me know in the comments if you want me to review some of your Behance projects, and I'll see you in the next video.